surprised? There's no rocket surgery to this. This is probably going to blow up in my face, which, me too. Welcome back to Buff's Garage. Today I'm on the road again. I'm out gathering up parts and tools to get ready for the big Brian Vantana build. I know it's something you guys have been wanting to see for quite a while, but it's been busy. Between my real job and traveling and helping out other YouTubers, I just haven't been able to sit down and commit the time needed to properly get Brian Vantana ready. But we're running out of time. So I've got to make this quick run to get some... Whoa, what was that? I'm gonna have to pull over. I mean, are you surprised? I feel like we just worked on a truck that did this. Round two. Here's what I'll say, guys. At least the wheel didn't fall off before I stopped to fix it. So here we are, middle of nowhere, currently trying to get from Kansas to Oklahoma. Just got into Oklahoma and I started hearing a pretty loud noise from the front end. Wasn't sure what it was, didn't know if I had a brake hung up or really, I just wasn't completely sure. I did know that the hub bearings on this Avalanche were probably past due, because generally these trucks like their hub bearings replaced right around the 200,000 mile mark. And we hit that about 15,000 miles ago, which was a trip to Iowa, a trip to Kansas City, several trips. So while I was in there replacing the rear end, I meant to do the hub bearings, and I just didn't. I did buy them, and luckily I have them with me, because even though I checked these in the garage and they seemed pretty snug, you obviously see that hub bearing's about to give. And I'm the guy that if I started to hear it whine, I would probably go ahead and limp it, because I only got about an hour to get home. But it's not doing that. It's grinding. It has effectively worn off the inside of my tire, and that really just happened fast. So I would say we are riding directly on what's left of the hub bearing, and if I hadn't stopped, I'd be looking for another wheel. And I know how you guys like that, but I don't. When we lost the rear wheel before, I used the vehicle's jack, jacked it up. I had a bottle jack as well. Jack stands, which I am using, jack stands. But I'll be darned if I can find that vehicle jack now. I thought I put it back. I didn't. Yeah, look at that tire. Got some cords showing. Awesome. That happened fast. You may just move that one temporarily. But we need to get all this off and, just get it apart. The biggest issue is I don't have this 36mm socket with me. I have one, I don't have it with me. So hopefully I can cobble together enough tools to maybe pop that off. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there, but let's get this brake apart, start tearing apart the hub. With caliper and rotor out of the way. By the way, that's the old rotor from the back. See, it's nice stable jack stand, safe as I can be. All right, so with all that out of the way, you can see we had a lot of heat. Feels like the camera's moving. Yeah, that's not right. You can actually see where the seal's trying to pop out, letting out all the bearing goodness. So we've got 3 bolts we're gonna have to try to pull, and then of course the old big nut. I haven't figured that one out yet, but when I do, you guys will be the first ones to know. Well, I got the nut off, and now I'm getting the bearing off, but I've got company. truly is a beautiful day. Choo-choo! Okay, these 3 bolts are really tight to get to. I could actually get on them with a 15mm socket, but it's tight. Another option is to pull the CV axle out, which is a whole bunch of bolts over on the front diff side. And yes, you can do that, but you really don't need to. It just takes a little finesse to get that socket in there, and then choosing the right combination of ratchet, extension, no extension. You can do it without taking the CV axle out, but you do have to pull that 36mm nut off of there. I can get in there just enough with the wrench to finish loosening these. Oh, that one's going to come out by hand. That works. Disengaged. All right, before I go any further, this vehicle has ABS. That means this little doodad right here is the sensor, and it goes all the way up here by your shock tower to unhook. I'm going to unhook it there. There we go. And then it's got clips all along the way here. So this isn't going to get reused. It comes with a new one with your new hub. So let's get that dude out of there. Come on. Come on, little buddy. Anything can be a hammer. Give it a little tappy tap. Don't bend the whole bracket. I just want that part out. So you bend your bracket back. Bracket bender 3000 here. Perfect. With all that done, I should be able to pull this hub off, and it's going to just fall right off. What do you think? It's trying to come off anyway. Don't be this way. I don't want the backing plate to come off. I just want the bearing. Time for a tappy tap. Woo! Almost died. So I guess now I'm going to make a slide hammer. Got my rotor on backwards. All right, let's see if that's... Come on, guys, line up. Oh, it's wanting to come apart. Just not where I need it to. Definitely wanting to come apart. Yeah, there's no movement. All right. Plan B. On there. I've had these be troublesome before, but not usually this bad. I mean, if you hear it, you can kind of hear the problem there. Don't leave home without your tappy tap. 10,000 pound rated hitch. Using it as your tappy tap. So I've got some leverage with the crowbar here, and put my weight on it. This is probably going to blow up in my face, which, you know, YouTube. Hey, stay on there. Well, we've got a gap between the bearing and the surface. It's obviously still pretty stuck on there. More leverage. And more tappy taps. Well, with each tap, we're getting just a little further. Let's see if I can create a little more airspace there. I just want to be clear. I had the opportunity to do this right at the right time when it was on the nice concrete floor, fans blowing, already up on jack stands. I had the parts even. This is what happens when you're a complete idiot. You wait until you're an hour from home in the middle of nowhere. It is beautiful though. And that's when you notice certain failure is about to happen and you're about to lose your wheel off into, well, there's no cornfield, but in that direction. I pulled over, I saw that the tire was wearing quite a bit more than it was obviously before. Couldn't be that wheel that's in the cornfield, although it almost was. Well, minus the corn. Anyway, I did the right thing. I pulled over. It was obvious that the hub needed to be replaced. I've got the hub. It's a beautiful day. I don't have a tappy tap. That seems to be, well, I mean, I guess I do. Back to it. Woo! I wouldn't want you to, you know, get crazy and just come off of there, because that wouldn't be what we want. We want you to fight the whole way because you're a fighter. Maybe not. Granted, this could have been paved, but it's good, clean gravel. It's not mud. It's not raining. Yep. Why are you holding on so tightly? Hold on to the night. Hold on to the memories. Yeah, it's just, you know, just kind of out of luck here. Oh goody, our train's coming back. Seems our friend is back. With all the bells going off, we might miss the moment of triumph here, but enough tappy taps and it's broke loose. It's still not giving up though. And just like that. That was like 3 minutes. I don't even think that's 3 minutes of video time. That took a while. I would say going on an hour. Oh yeah. She was burnt to a crisp. You can see where the rust built up over the years caused it to seize inside that housing. I just happen to have, of all things, not a tappy tap, but some sandpaper. So I'm going to go ahead and get in there and see if I can kind of knock the scale and rust off of there a little bit. I mean, it might help. Probably not. do it differently, probably do it better. Well, sometimes you learn the hard way. When you're carrying these around, I want to open the box. They're 5-lug for a Pontiac Grand Prix. And I didn't own a Grand Prix when I bought those. So either they sent me the wrong part, or I'm somehow an idiot and ordered for the wrong vehicle that I didn't even own at the time. That has to be it. Can't be their fault. Can't be that they got the wrong part. But in the meantime, I'm waiting on parts. And I thought, try a little oven cleaner. Let's refresh the outside of this. We lubed the inside. You know what? I'm going to do this half oven cleaner. And then I'll do the top with super clean. We'll see which one turns out better. All right, the bottom's doing its thing. Try a little super clean. Advantage being that, you know, it'll also run down here just in case it does a little better job. All right, well, obviously power washer would have made it even better, but no major difference. Super Clean seemed to do a little bit better job at taking the grime off, but you know, it's not going to take the rust off. You need a wire brush for that. And to the defense of the oven cleaner, this might have been a little bit rustier area, so it looks rougher, but all in all, finish is about the same. I'm gonna just kind of maybe hit it with some of the sandpaper, knock some of the chunks off. Ooh, time to grease those. Guess I need to bring my grease gun next time. I mean, what else do I have to do while I'm waiting on a part to arrive? Well, I looked just in case I might have some black paint, and I don't, so all I've got is this. What color is this? Graphite wheel paint. I mean, that's kind of what it would look like before it gets rusty. Again, this is just because I have nothing else to do. Boredom wins out. And you know, once the wheel goes on, you'll never even see it. Restored. Still bored. Look at that. Let's see what that used to be. Does anyone really want to be stranded on the side of the road? No. But I find myself in that predicament a lot, especially in this truck. Good news is, whoever buys this thing from me is going to have all brand new parts in it. So somebody give me an offer. 2004 Chevrolet Avalanche. It's got a new rear end. Well, new to it. And it's got a new-ish, old new spare, and the original spare is now back in the back, and it's going to have new hub bearings. So somebody come get this thing. I just don't need it. I got other projects I need to work on. When you are stuck on the side of the road, at least there's a nice view and kind people. There are kind people that just roll up and go, hey, I drove by earlier and saw you and thought you looked like you might be sitting out in the sun. So I went back and I got you a cold drink. Don't know this guy. He don't know me. But how awesome is that? I got myself a cold drink, beautiful scenery, and a new friend. And he's got new Buff's Garage stickers for his toolbox. Be kind, people, and help when you can. That's today's message. Oh, train's back. Crisis averted. This looks like a proper 6, count them, 6 lug hub bearing. Yeah, not sure how we got it wrong 3 years ago, but we got it right now. Just like I told you before, we're going to unravel this little ABS sensor. Okay, and that was towards the front, so we're going to want to do that again. There's no, rocket surgery to this. We're going to line this back up where it was. Just go ahead and route you now. Kind of like that. Get that little guy in there. Come on. Go back to your home. Are you too good for your home? Perfect. Now get it all bolted up, put all this back together, and you can see me right off into the sunset. All right, I got my ABS wire re-ran. I got the nut torqued back on. All the other bolts are torqued. We're going to set our brake caliper on here. I really appreciate this Cobalt tool set that I got with a gift card provided by a subscriber. Everything has a place, so whenever I go out and do revivals or working on my car on the side of the road, I can visually look real quick and see everything. Oops, everything's back where it needs to be. So we'll close this up. That locks it down. Ready to pack up and hit the road. With the last lug nut tightened, now it's just time to get it off of the jack and get home. This has been a long ordeal. So until next time, thanks for watching Buff's Garage.